Russell, how did you get started in ice hockey?
Well, when I was about 18 or 19, I used to skate at St. Moritz, and when the war finished, they started. That's the Second World War I'm talking about.
Not the First World War.
They started. A lot of the old players that had been to the war, they came back. They wanted to play, and we had a practice in 45, and then in 46 we started playing games. We had 4 teams or clubs: north, south, east, and west. That was the easiest way that they wanted to work it out, and then the demons became the east. We became the demons, Eastern Demons. There was the Tigers, which was west, and south was the Monarchs. And away we went. We only used to play Friday nights. Only one game a week, I think we used to play. So, but then it wasn't. And then as it progressed, so we finished up. We went up to the Glaciarium in Sydney and played in the 1947 Goodall Cup, which we hadn't won for 23 years, I think. So taking the war out of it as well. But yeah.
So, what are some of your early memories of ice hockey?
Getting up on a Sunday morning and get down to the rink at 7 o'clock for training, and it was good. It wasn't. Everybody was keen. They sort of all thought they were champions, including myself, I suppose. But yeah, it was real friendly. But I'm not saying it was real friendly on the ice when we were playing. So it was all pretty keen, you know. So, but,
was it a physical game when you were there?
Well,
more than today?
Well, it was physical. I mean, there was body checking, but I don't think it was as physical as what the people playing now are playing. But it was still hard. I mean, it was the thing that I always used to say to somebody that if you can't skate, you can't get the puck, and that really applies now. It's if you can't skate, you can't get the puck.
Was it an all-family affair? Did the rest of your family get involved in hockey or spectating?
When I was playing at St. Moritz, my parents used to come down and watch me play, but there wasn't that much physical as much as what the family is when they're playing now. Mm-hmm. I mean, there are. We had certain wives that used to get very, very uptight, and tell you what they thought of you from the balcony at St. Moritz and so forth. But no, it wasn't sort of family. Although when it started and it was being played, it was we used to get crowds there at the lines melted, and if you're skating backwards, you did not know where the line was until you hit it. it melted. So, but anyway, it's very. And then
everybody has a road trip story. Are there any particular road trip stories you can share with us?
No, well, when we were flying, we landed in Hawaii, and then we were going to change planes, and got on the plane, and then they finished up. We couldn't go in that plane. It wasn't going to get us there any earlier than our first one. So we finished up. We had to be slept in a hotel, and then we continued. But it isn't like what it is now. So anyway, it was an education.
Is there one special game that stands out?
No, not really. We went to Colorado Springs in '62. That was to the World's thing, and we did a bit better, and we got the education that we fought the French. So no, there's nothing. Well, you go back a bit far to think of things anyway. So,
you're still involved in sport today?
I'm involved in...
You're still in sport? You're still involved today? You still play?
Yes. Well, I get on the ice. Let me put it that way. Somebody thinks I can skate, so... But, yeah, I still go on. As a matter of fact, I started playing hockey in '46, and I think I finished playing. I came back. We'd been up to Japan to see if we could go to Sapporo, I think it was. Anyway, we in '64 was going to be, but anyway, I came back from that trip, and we sort of. And I was on the ice one night, and I played the game, and I walked up into the room, and I said, "I'm not playing anymore." And they all looked at me, and they said, "Why?" And I said, "Well, I did something that I'd never done in the time that I'd been hockey. The puck went past me, and I turned around, and I said to myself, will I or won't I chase it? And I just thought that if I do that, get into that habit, some young bloke's going to come along and sit me on my ass. So that was it, and I finished up, stopped playing '64, and I coached for about 5 years, but then I stopped, seeing I was a married man with family, and I came back to ice hockey in '92 to the Night Owls. So Brian Bullen talked me into that. He was one of my age group players, and he was in the Night Owls, and he asked me to come down. So I went down, and I've every Thursday or Wednesday night, and sometimes on Sunday, I put my skates on and get on the ice. And I'm chasing 35 years people around. So.
You've also got a son and a grandson, or two grandsons.
Yeah, well, yeah, I've got Martin. Martin played a bit of hockey, and then his two boys have took up the challenge. So I've got one.